Level.
So here we go. It's Yingsha, the world #1, started off with the serves. It's amazing how difficult it is to keep the advantage in a point. It was a wonderful start to a point. Bernie played some really difficult shots, and then the first moment, there was a ball that was just lukewarm. Yingsha took advantage.
Left, 2.
And the spring in the step here. Yingsha so quick on the feet, a lot of strength in the legs. Tomahawk serve, one of Bernie's signatures here. Oh! It looked like Bernie's hand was already up in the air. Yingsha says, I accept your apology, let's continue playing. Maybe not. Different camera angles, different perspectives.
4 left.
It's what we play for. Most of us anyway. These two, that's how it started. Now they play for a living. Oh boy. Lock the back door to the house. At least put up a sign saying, come back later. Yingsha will walk right through. Where can she go? Anywhere she wants. She's the queen on the chessboard. It took a lot, and it all came together in this point. That chase on the forehand, this is Jang Woo-jin-like. And now she fishes back in with the punch. To be that far back behind the table, and over the course of the next, 2 to 3 shots, to be right back in, it's scary how good she is. Yet Bernie, there's a reason she's been one of the top few in the world. Even the top at times for Europe. Inside the top 10 was up at 8 in the world?
2, 5.
Thanks for the reminder, Bernie. One thing that Bernadette Szocs does incredibly well is spin the ball variation. Meaning she can slow the ball down, arc it. She takes longer strokes than most. She generates a lot of spin.
5,
Even
3.
on that tomahawk serve and the variation. Again, the tomahawk serve is a very fascinating serve. You don't see it so much. Dima, Ovtrov, Satya Gnanashekaran, Bernadette Szocs. Probably a handful of others, but those three were the first that came to mind.
6, 3.
And in the receive game, the pressure, when you see a pro not return the ball on the table, it's not because they can't, it's because if they do and it's not really well executed, the world #1 will crush it. Got to take some chances, Bernadette Szocs, and she has.
Then 6, 3.
Deception on the pendulum here. As Coach Senni has been there on the bench encouraging Bernadette Szocs. Tries to play the extra spin with the backhand. Yingsha in control. There it is, good setup on the serve. Her serves have been very effective. No matter what the stats tell you, she hasn't won that many points, but think about how she's won the ones she has. Something about the presence of Ma Lin that just feels so comforting. Because we've seen his personality over the years, know he's a warm, gentle guy.
9,
This is how to play. Bernie takes control and never lets go in this point. Keeps Sha more passively responding to everything. There's the spin, the finisher. 2 shots, quick acceleration from the middle to the backhand. Well, this doesn't come down. If I'm on Bernie's bench, I'm saying that's right. You're playing the right shot. She's moving forward. She's putting the pressure on, taking the initiative. That said, it is 5 game points for Her Majesty, Yingsha. Only needs the 1. Wouldn't waste. 11-5. A very small carbon footprint in terms of points. Yingsha blazes through game number 1. We saw Anna Hersey come back. Bernadette Szocs, a bit more experience at this level of play. Let's see. Easier said than done. It's the round of 16. Ma Lin and Sha talk it out. And game 2 to follow.
Second game, third to serve, level.
Ooh, very awkward ball on the first and similarly spinny on the second. Not quite as awkwardly high. She was under the table and backed up, expecting a lot more power from Sha in that moment. Acknowledging the fortune there. Short side, and it's a long way to get that one. Need a layover at about midline of the table. Nothing out of the ordinary here from Sha, just top quality shots, spin, covering, playing for placement. I love looking right above the kneecap when these players play, when they move from that low camera angle.
1-3.
In a game that is so fast, that requires such quick recovery, balance is crucial. That means being very efficient in your stroke.
2-3.
So having a longer stroke like Bernie, you have to remember she recovers faster than most. So as Sha dries her hand on the table, her half anyway, right near the net. Bernadette Szocs dries the ball and sets up the tomahawk for the serve. Thought the placement was great. Sha expected it. At least knew how to cover it, even if she didn't expect it. Definitely seemed like something that would have been on the menu in a choose your own adventure book for Sha. She would be writing one. Not tired of dating myself. 4 serving 2 here out of the first towel break. Sha leads.
4.
Nice net recovery here from Bernie. Hangs in there as Sha clips on the way over. Much tighter game here than game number 1.
3-5.
Okay, saw the idea, mix it up, drop it short to the forehand. Easier said than done. Most players are serving to make sure that the opponent can't do that, which is why we see so many half-long and even long serves. Wonderful exchange here, the pace, backhand to backhand, and Bernie takes it. The reason I highlighted the half-long and long is because you very rarely see a serve that's clearly short. If it is, it better be really surprising. Smart placement. Bernie knows the patterns as well. She's got 6 years experience on Sciascia. Potentially even a little bit more just because she's 6 years older and turned pro at 14. Sciascia at 16 years old. Broke onto the scene internationally, played through the qualifiers to win her first event over teammates, nonetheless, the best in the world. And a bit of fortune, but look who's in front now. That's Szocs in Mandarin. It's a Hungarian last name, by the way, in case you're curious. Her father, who plays the accordion and sings, is a brilliant man, entertainer. Came over to Romania from Hungary.
7-5.
What a fascinating time to be alive. Obviously, Europe has had a lot of changes over the years. Same with the score in game number 2. Feels appropriate for this Europe versus the most dominant nation in table tennis history battle. Although the women of Romania, quite dominant in the early 50s.
8-5.
I think a lot of people forget that. Sweden has a rich history. 89 through 93 world champions. Romania in the past. The past 8 points, Romania's won 6 of 8, courtesy of Bernadette Szocs. Wow. That could have squashed an entire vine full of grapes at once. Because she knows this here was the best opportunity. Even of the points before this that she won, that's rough. Just letting even one slip. The difference between 9-5 and 8-6. Good angle, this one. Bernie on top of the bounce. Takes the topspin, coming back in. See the gulp there from Sciascia. It's rare to see her nervous. Bernie channeling her inner Anna Hersey. We've seen big leads before against some of the best in the world. Both of these players are good friends with the opponent waiting in the next round. Wow. Pulling a page out of the Hina Hayata versus Wang Yidi book. Slow spin, Bernie keeps it on, and Sciascia, instead of hitting the corner after that pattern, goes right into the middle. And a timeout on Bernie's side. Hold your horses moment there. It's Sciascia back in this.
Ce-ai servești? Dacă te întorci aici, nu da așa tare. Mai bine dai în mijloc și mai dai încă una. Și jocul aici așa drept. Da? Și după aia rămâi în față și încearcă să schimbi linii. Dar nu grăbi jocul, stai acolo cu ea și aici când te prinde arunc. Și la bloc deschisă și du-te până în față. Hai să meargă bine serva, da? Relaxată, relaxată, să poți să joci, să joci bine, să fii pe flow un pic, să stai acolo, să iei, să o muți, da? Să iei repede, să nu fii prea închis. Hai la preluare, să fie mâna lejeră, poți să te bagi mai bine, te bagi cu reverul. Deci ori îi faci așa, ori îi faci așa și după aia bloc acolo. Hai, încrede.
Time.
Now, if you were watching right now, no matter how you're seated or where you're seated, if you're seated at all, thinking about what has worked for Bernie, what would you do? Backhand to backhand, her spin game has been wonderful. She's played excellent angles, using that length of the table until Szocs steps around. Back to the tomahawk serve, it seems. Cooking up the serve. Oh, the edge of the table. Szocs with a clipping. Just the coupon at the back of the table. Clips it quickly and smoothly. Bernie picked the fight that seemed like the highest statistical chance of winning. Working to find a moment to either go wide, get Szocs out of position. That said, the comeback streak continues. Szocs with 3 points on the trot, 2 serves to come, 9-all. Ooh, placement on the push. Didn't appear to be as much spin as you'd imagine was on it. But again, the placement makes it tough. Bernie, clever, earns a game point. And the push again to the forehand. Same result. This time it looked like heavier spin. Szocs goes fearlessly for it. Well, Bernie, after being beaten 11-5 in the first, turns it around and ties it up. So, 2 rounds in a row. The answer in game number 2 has gone to the opponent. A wild card in Wales's Anna Hersey, who won game 2, and Bernadette Szocs, who's recently been top 10 in the world, relatively anyway. Narrow margins, but we know she's capable. Game 3, let's see what happens. Cool little burp there at the end of that encouragement from Ma Ling. Who was drinking more at the water break? That's my question. Is it sparkling? We saw a little visual reference there. That friend that I alluded to for both of these players, Adriana Diaz, waits in the next round. A quarterfinal appearance at a Champions event. That is a major deal for anyone in the Pan American region, let alone any other player on the planet.
1 love.
Just to put that differently, the winner of this match plays Adriana Diaz in the quarterfinals. Szocs starts off well with her serve, not looking for such a tight game as last. Good save. Spin from under the table. Bernie changes up the timing. She takes these shots late. Wow. It's funny, the body language there to me looked like it was saying, keep moving her. Go out to that wide forehand, hit the side spin. Easier said than done, the best forehand in the world.
1-2.
In many senses, Szocs, if you were to pick any element of her game, find someone with that element better than her, it's tough to do.
3-1.
Obviously, there are some players that have more powerful backhands here and there. But much like Ma Long in the men's game, power is one aspect. You don't have to be the most powerful player to be the best player. Same with the backhand. Sha with a good start here.
That 3-1.
Little double tap on the net there, it looked like, on the way up and on the way down. Maybe physical touch is the love language of the net. There it is. Little side swipe on this inside out forehand to make sure it doesn't come back. Bernie was looking for a replay just to see if she could learn from it. Looking up at the screen here in the stadium, we've got two giant ones. On top of the spin, not bothered, not phased. You have to imagine this is part of the conversation. When Bernie plays that spinny backhand, don't be afraid to turn. And with anything that arcs up higher, a forehand is easier to come down on than a backhand. Obviously, the specifics matter, but generally, forehands preferred against higher balls. Oh, this is a crazy point. Bernie comes inside that ball for a forehand, the second to last shot. When she played that, let's see if we get to see it. I think we will. That, was it a tomahawk? Did she hit around the outside of the ball? Either way, the follow-up was strong. Steady in the spin game, Sha stepping ahead. And for the second time in recent history, the forehand has come out in front of the face of Bernie. This time it doesn't come over the net. The atmosphere in here is surreal. Oh, touch game, and it comes down on Shasha's side first, so it's Bernie's point. Funny thing is, as the matches get tighter and the rounds go deeper, I think the atmosphere is only going to get better. Imagine this comes down to the decider.
No flash, please.
Bernie looked up and Shasha simply wasn't there.
3-7.
I looked down, I was curious. I was like, what's she looking at? Ooh. Ooh.
3-7.
I thought it might have been a service warning. The way Bernie looked over at the assistant umpire, it seemed that she was notified. And the fortune comes back. Little TTK, some table tennis karma for baby Buddha out here. It's appropriate, doesn't it? That's the house I'm talking about. A full house for Her Royal Highness, the Royal Flush herself. It's a compliment in cards. Oh, extra power, a little bit of juice behind this one as Bernie comes back. She's had the answer on many occasions. The scoreboard keeps us grounded in the truth of the percentages here. 2/3 of the points have been Shasha's, but on many occasions, Bernie has been very much in the rally. She's contending in a way that it's easy to imagine that this fight could come down to the decider, but a long way from there. Deep on the table, sounded like it caught a little bit of the edge here. satisfying place to scratch. Just behind the lower ear. I think we all, I don't know. It's my experience anyway. The happy feet before the point, and man, did she have some good timing to get those feet warmed up, because she went on quite a wild chase to keep that ball in play, and it's the same score line we saw last time she stood on this side of the table for Szocs. 5 game points.
10-6.
Except this time, Bernie gets one. Very interesting body language. We don't see that so often from Szocs, but seems like she's back. Right after we looked at the eyes of Bernie, it reminded me, I used to describe her as the most confident player I've ever seen, man or woman. And I don't take that back. I was just reminded of it. She's been through some tough times, but rarely does she look completely at a loss for an idea for how to beat the opponent. 2 game points saved, 3 more to go. And that's the last one needed. Szocs, 11-7, takes a 2-1 lead. Adriana Diaz is already waiting, as she's gone 2 rounds deep in this champions event. The world #1 and Bernadette Szocs, just because of timing, haven't yet, and one of them simply won't. Szocs, 1 game closer. It's Bernadette Szocs in a must-win situation in game #4.
好吧，然后相似里头，你现在这种程度现在好球，如果有机会，可以这样啊。
他相持我真不能老感回不来一个球。
他相持里面还是这个能力相当强，一定要有准备。好吧啊，然后相持里头，现在这种撑住，在撑住里面找机会有个1、2下，然后再有机会。现在不能全是稳，全稳的到最后他全往上斜了。啊，有1、2下别点输了，然后再追，这样相持。
因为我发现他这个球一会儿绕路不好跟到他这个直线，这样就耐心一点。
对，耐心点。然后有机会，自己反手、接正反手都可以用啊！加油加油！
Fourth game, third to serve, level.
More conversation than usual between Szocs and Ma Lin. A lot of conversation, it seemed, about serve, how to respond to the slower spin coming in.
Left, 1.
I think the thing that I find quite touching about that timeout is when time is called, much like a parent to a child, the coach knows he has to leave his player with words of encouragement. So what started as a calm conversation, it was the last few words Ma Lin would get in. And he reminded Szocs, you're capable of anything. You got this, you can do this, let's go.
Net. 2 love.
If you can give the gift of encouragement, it's probably the best to give. The best you can. Right down the line, Bernie. Little parallel here. Doesn't look satisfied just yet. Nice flick there with not a lot of spin on it. Okay, a little bit of this. She can't FaceTime me right now. No cell phones allowed while you're playing. after the break off the edge, excuse me, the net, it comes back off the edge of the racket here. Remember, now or never for Bernie. Sciascia's got her options.
Two, three.
When's the last time you heard Sciascia make a noise like that? I'm sure there are plenty of fans in the world right now who can find that. Just don't hear it too often. A little head-scratching question for you there. Bernie's a fighter. She's extending. In some of these rallies, it's just a question of looking for the exact pin placement. How to keep Sciascia slightly more hesitant. Notice how Sciascia keeps the racket so far out in front with such a loose grip. It's like she hasn't committed yet. And it makes her very quick to transition. That with a whole lot of leg strength behind it. The forehand was waiting. She turned. Sciascia plays in such quick combinations. But again, it's that ready position. She doesn't have to leave early. Oh, forehand flick. So sweet, up on one foot, that sound. If you're a table tennis diehard, you can talk about what it's like to play with national level Chinese equipment. It's heavy and it is hard. Which means that it's very slow in the short game. Watch Sciascia when she bounces the ball on the black side of her racket. It barely bounces. So for that forehand flick to have as much power as it did, that's credit to the physique, to the strength of the player. As fast as can be, but Bernie's right there with the block on the backhand side. Conversation with Ma Lin continues while the world #1 is out here. Tight game. Bernie's had her share of dramatic matches over the years, her comebacks. What I like is when Sciascia grunts and you know there's that much more spin behind this ball. Bernie doesn't flinch. She just adjusts, closes the racket a little bit to control, and remains calm. From time to time, the tomahawk comes out middle of the rally. It rarely works out here. Interesting, Wang Yidi watching on with the rest of the gang. Some up-and-comers, some Palians, some practice partners for the Chinese team. Very fit, very fast. The athleticism required here. And Bernie hangs in there till the last shot, doesn't miss by much. Short stroke counter. Keeps Sciascia flying through the court. 3 points in front, 3 points away from the finish line. Sciascia on receive. Good serve. Even in game #1, points were coming from that tomahawk serve. Full stroke forehand. I've talked about the muscles of Yingsha quite a bit. Bernie Szocs hits the gym hard as well. You have to at this level. It's a fisheye lens. Don't let it fool you. The muscles are very strong. 1 point closer, 2 points away. Sciascia's had her challenges. The quality of rally. Sciascia hasn't had an easy draw. Despite getting a wild card in the first round, we saw the quality of that wild card, Anna Hersey. She still goes for it, but this is perfect placement. Bernie leaving it way behind. This camera angle will give you a better sense of the side-to-side, the block, how wide that was. She had the whole table open, but if she didn't go that wide, Sciascia probably would have got it back. Serve so tight. The first bounce, okay, a little clue. The second bounce, a bigger clue. Scratch of satisfaction, maybe trying to ignite a bit. Ma Lin just taking it all in, processing the data in front of him. The reason I bring up that second bounce is the ball stayed nice and short after the second bounce. But as soon as the ball sits up, Sciascia gets time. She brings the pain, the step around, the hurricane forehand, the twist, the wrap. And that's a wrap to that point. Side spin comes in, no problem. It's like a flash. You can imagine the twirl around. Type of shot that feels like it could start a tornado. And it sets up 2 match points. The fight from behind. Bernie keeps the topspin on, keeps it deep, and they're going to have a talk. Ma Lin's got to call a timeout now. Interesting. Here it is. Sciascia taking her time on this. We saw Ma Lin stand up with the water bottles. That's not a man who's ready to clap. It's a man who's ready for a little conversation, who says, hey, we don't want game number 5. She's getting close. Let's listen. So as we saw Cho Yi-ke, Coco Chanel watching on, the personal coach for Sciascia from the crowd. A lot of conversation here, clear respect for Bernadette Szocs. From the woman with her face on the bottom of her blade, Yingsha. The respect comes in the form of, she's causing me some real trouble here. I've done what you're talking about, and she has an answer. Another match point here. Back to the basics, the forehand takes it, it takes 2, and she breaks on through. Good pat on the back here. Bernadette Szocs came quite close, but knows that she has just sparred with the best in the world. For the last several years, Yingsha has set a standard that keeps getting better, and the rest of the world hasn't been able to catch it. She moves on through to the quarterfinals. She'll be battling against her English practice partner, friend from the Chinese Super League from Puerto Rico, Adriana Diaz, the Bad Bunny of table tennis.